As you know, for some FI scooters using ACG-type ECUs, it is easy to the weak engine for a few seconds, when accelerating suddenly due to the opposite side of the super fuel economy programming criteria and weaknesses of the solution to determine the engine load using a combination of TP and CKP replaced to the previous MAP, mainly in the ECU from 2013 to 2015 in the early period. Subsequent vehicles are almost free of this problem as the ECM has been calibrated to further correct this problem. Normally, the weak engine power when accelerating, in general, is the nature of not responding promptly and sufficiently with the quality and quantity of the air fuel when the vehicle accelerates rapidly. The cause in some cases is due to ECM, but most of the time due to other components. In short, if the design is more advantageous in terms of fuel economy, then only a small reason from fuel quality, sensors, and actuators are enough for this engine power weak occur in a few seconds when accelerating. Importantly, we need to find the right cause before making the right repair, not can't catch the thief then make someone else take the blame, like abusive motorcycle repair, lack of knowledge of some people who are not as a worker doing now. Currently on the market, many workers who do not understand the technical nature cannot find the right cause, position of faults but abuse the AF tuning functions to make the ECM bear the blame, correct it. Therefore, technical wrongs cause ECM errors and make the vehicle operate abnormally for unknown reasons and can't analyze data anymore. They only see what is in front of you. The engine will be not stable after use time. The disease is more serious. The faults are more serious. Get rid of weak engine power problem. Then the engine is excessive fuel consumption. Sometimes cases run for a while consuming too much fuel must recover. To the original software of ECU or ECM must be replaced. This problem is the most difficult for motorbike repair workshops. The after workers repair, the harder it is because the faults can't find the cause, because the previous workers have loaded the remap software not original manufacturing, non-standard by the manufacturer in or cut off the operation of the sensors, important actuators of the vehicle, doing the wrong technique. Many workshops were miserable when faced with this situation. Since the new Motoscan Tab 2.0, DTD Auto has added a rescue function, restored standard ECM original data, restored useful functions that by software have been turned off or damaged. Tuning AF re-standardizes engines using ACG-type ECUs. Motoscan Tab solving some of the above-mentioned difficult problems, to help a true mechanic repair vehicles with correct technique, to overcome cases where the damaged ECU loses its original state when running, the engine is hot, the engine noise is loud, is due to the wrong ignition angle, rapid wear of the mechanical part, unsafe T due to exceeding the safe speed limit of the specified RPM, and especially fuel consumption too much is on the market is being encountered, causing environmental pollution and not passing emissions testing. Yes, DTD Auto would like to introduce and guide you to exploit the function of restoring the original software and retuning the ECM by remapping code solutions for Schindingen's engine ECU using the ACG starting system. The situation of too much fuel consumption. The current condition of the Honda 2018 Airblade, when the customer brings the vehicle to the workshop. Check the AF excessive fuel consumption, wet spark plugs, black soot, the engine heats up quickly, the engine mechanics are no longer smooth as before, there is a knock when accelerating. Customers said that the motorcycle was no longer as original from the manufacturer, had been loaded with software that the market called open RPM limit. But before they think that the upgrade software of the new Honda company that agreed to do it did not expect, after using some time then to occur this. Turn on the ignition key. Start the engine. Check that the temperature of the engine heats up quickly. The engine sounds with a mechanical knock when the fast accelerating. Use Motoscan tab to check that the carbureting ratio is too rich. In this situation, the car will consume a lot of gasoline, emit a lot of toxic gases, causing environmental pollution. Especially in difficult economic times due to the COVID epidemic, gasoline prices will increase again. The rich problem of the air-fuel ratio leading to fuel consumption has many causes. Possibly due to actuator failure of EFI system, injectors, high fuel pressure. It is possible that the sensor is faulty, causing the input signal to be the wrong values. The error may be caused by the ECM being loaded with homemade software that lost the original factory state of the manufacturer, no longer able to control the standard carbureting ratio. If you have been trained well from DTD Auto, you can immediately diagnose it because the ECM software has been interfered with the wrong technique, lost its original state, and cannot be repaired by conventional methods. It will only take extra money to replace the ECM with a new one if you don't have the perfect tools. To solve this problem, you can use the Motoscan Tab toolkit to rescue and restore the ECM to its original state before further inspection, diagnosis, and repair. Otherwise, it will be difficult for car workers a lot. To solve this problem, we can choose one of two solutions. One is to use the AF correction function. Second is to use remap software loading function with multiple modes. To solve this problem, we will choose the function Load ECM Original Firmware. Warning: this function is only for repairmen who have been trained, really understand the technique, and only use it for the purpose of rescue, restoring the ECM to the original manufacturer. When the problem is certain, because the ECM has been subjected to technical software interference, and in force majeure situations. Absolutely do not abuse this function in daily vehicle repair for people who repair ordinary civil vehicles, or intentionally do non-technical work, to contribute to social negativity and unsafety for the engine end users. The user undertakes to be sufficiently knowledgeable and fully responsible for performing this function. Motoscan tab is loading ECM data. Do not turn off the power supply or disconnect the battery during data is loading. Congratulations! Loading ECM original software successfully. Turn off the ignition to complete the loading process. Start the engine to check the AF again on the Motoscan tab. Check that the vehicle has returned to normal operation smoothly. Using Motoscan tab to check the carbureting ratio, has returned to standard, not too rich as before. You can view and check the air-fuel ratio in various display modes. So now, workers have seen, understood, and know more about the carefully designed and manufactured functions in the high-end Motoscan tab and Motoscan 7 equipment, which are excellent and reliable functions that help effective motorcycles repair. Thus, with this function, it is possible to adjust the carbureting ratio and restore the original manufacturer's software for the workers that many ECUs are damaged in the markets. Goodbye and see you in the next videos introducing the functions of Motoscan Tab 2.0.